Hello, it's Miss Amanda. As you can see, I am actually not in my office. I am in my living room. So today I'm going to read a story called My Five Senses. So in the next couple weeks, we're going to be going over all our five senses. Remember our eyes, nose, mouth, actually our tongue, our hearing, and our feeling, right? Those are your five senses. And this book is called My Five Senses. It's just a great book to talk about our senses and what they do. So yeah, I'm going to get started. So I'm going to share my screen. A lot of these books that I share with you guys, I get off archive.org. It is a great place to find books that you can borrow for an hour. You can try, sometimes if they're available, you can borrow them for 14 days, but they're just a great way to get some more obscure books that might not be available on like the library website. That's where I find a lot of my books that are not necessarily newer books, but they're a little bit older. So yeah, if you ever want to go to archive.org and look for some books, it's a great resource for reading books to your child. So this is the cover of the book, and it's written by someone named I'm going to say Alikai. I might be saying that wrong, but they wrote, it looks like they also drew the pictures in this book because there's only one name. So I'm going to turn it. And you see when I turn, we're turning right to left, right? We don't turn left to right because then we'd be closing our book. We're turning right to left. This looks like it comes from the Boston Public Library. That's pretty cool. My five senses: I see, I hear, I taste, I smell, I touch. I can see with my eyes. Can you point to your eyes? I hear with my ears. Can you find your ears and show me how you hear? I can smell. I smell with my nose. Can you wiggle your nose? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I taste with my tongue. Can you stick out your tongue and go, ah? And I touch with my fingers, not my hand. Fingers right here. How many fingers do we have? I have 10. How many do you have? I do all this with my senses. I have five senses. When I see the sun or a frog or my baby sister, I use my sense of sight. I am seeing. When I hear a drum or a fire engine or a bird tweeting, I use my sense of hearing. I am hearing. When I smell soap or a pine tree or cookies just out of the oven, I use my sense of smell. I am smelling. When I drink my milk and eat my food, I use my sense of taste. I am tasting. When I touch a kitten or a balloon or water, I use my sense of touch. I am touching. Sometimes I use all my senses at once. Sometimes I use only one. I often play a game with myself. I guess how many senses I'm using at that time. When I look at the moon and the stars, I'm using one sense. I'm seeing. When I laugh and play with my puppy, I'm using four senses. I see, hear, smell, and touch. When I bounce a ball, I'm using three senses. I see, hear, and touch. Sometimes I use more of one sense and less of another, but each sense is very important to me because it makes me aware. To be aware is to see all there is to see. Hear all there is to hear, and smell all there is to smell. Taste all there is to taste, and touch all there is to touch. Wherever I go, whatever I do, every minute of the day, my senses are working. They make me aware. The end. So if you listened to my book, 7 Blind Mice, when the blind mice took in the whole picture and the whole object, they were more aware of what was there, right? And this book is saying when I use my senses, regardless if I'm using one or all five or four or three, I am more aware because I'm listening and taking in everything around me. So I hope you enjoy this book and let me know. Let me know what senses you're using. Play the game. Yeah? Bye, guys.